Morning guys!
Today we thought we would take you along on basically like an average day in the life of Stephen and Jess.
Now if you guys didn't know, we live in Western Australia in the northern suburbs of Perth, and we are so blessed because we wake up every morning and we're able to grab a cheeky coffee and go for a little walk on the beach.
So we know that during this time it is affecting different areas in different ways, but here in WA we're not in lockdown, we're just social distancing, and that actually happened the day after we moved in. So the day after we moved in, we haven't seen any friends, any family, because you can only be in groups of 2. But it looks like it is working for us, because yesterday was the first time they announced that in a couple of states, including ours, there hasn't been one reported case of corona.
So strange being on this beach and I'm just able to make all these fresh footsteps.
So start trying to come up with an explanation. It's not overrated to feel like everything.
So we're pretty excited today because we've actually had the hottest autumn here in Perth. We've been getting days up to 39 degrees, and today is the first day we can get all coochie up in our jumpers.
First day wearing a jumper this year. How weird is that?
It's so weird, and we just realized that we are spending our first winter in Perth in 5 years.
Yeah, usually we run away, but I guess there really was nothing to complain about. Like today's 19 degrees and this is cold. So before we leave the beach, I don't normally do this, but seeing as I have a month left, I need it for the memories. I'm going to give you a beach bump update. Okay, 4 weeks to go, and this is how big my belly's got.
Whoa!
And she definitely hasn't dropped. She's still sitting very, very high, and I can feel her kicking all the time. Like last night, she was like kicking you over and over again. So, I'm about to make breakfast, but I think we have a public service announcement that we need to do, which I didn't know we needed to do until
We've never had to address anything in the vlogs before, but there were so many comments about this thing in the last vlog.
I think a lot of people got attached to our pink kettle and toaster, and we have some explaining to do. So what happened was, one of the first times that we actually tried to use the toaster, it basically almost burnt down our house.
Yeah.
So Stephen put toast in the toaster, we're all excited, and then I could smell like burning metal.
This is like instantly smoking.
Oh, is it?
I instantly started smoking.
I can smell it. And I even came in and I was like, Stephen, what is that smell?
Because I was getting the shot to have the toast pop up to start the next day, and it almost burnt down our house.
Like I had to open up every single window of the entire house to get this burning metal smell out of the house. So I have a feeling that the kettle and the toaster didn't last the 12 years in that box. And I think they became a safety hazard. So yes, a lot of you have noticed we've now got a white kettle and a white toaster. And I'm very sorry for everyone that was attached to the pink ones, but it kind of had to be done. There's also another thing that I found, which I think you guys are going to get a crack out of. So you know the monkey photo, the infamous monkey photo. What is this?
Do you want to put it down and roll it out?
Looks, oh my. What is it?
It's a big monkey.
I've been waiting for weeks to see what this is.
It's a self-portrait.
So the other day I was actually going through all our old travel photos because I wanted to choose some to print on our walls, and I went all the way back to 2013 Thailand and I found this gem of a photo. Not knowing what it is, and it's this massive face of a monkey. It was so funny. Even someone commented being like, who buys a souvenir that big? So now we know it was 2013 in Thailand, I believe.
I can't believe you remembered.
I just suddenly hit me and I go, I swear we took a photo with the artist. We loved that monkey. So yes, we were so excited about purchasing that monkey photo that Stephen and I got a photo with the artist. And I don't know why we have no recollection of this. Like, I cannot even remember buying this photo, but young Stephen and Jess were super keen over this monkey portrait that, we got a photo with the artist.
So one of our favorite breakfasts that we've been able to make is Jess's famous Paleo Pancakes, which taste so yum. Probably not so paleo because since Easter we've had so many little eggs lying around. Which
Yeah, I have been putting chocolate in them, but I feel like if you guys are at home and really want like a naughty breakfast, like pancakes, I think I've worked out like a healthier way to make them. So you're only going to need 4 ingredients. It's basically oats, eggs, banana, and cinnamon. Then it turns into a pancake batter. Okay, and then for the not so healthy finishing touch is you just pop a little Easter egg in the middle. Yep. So I may have killed a yowie in the creation of these Easter eggs, but it means that all together we can find out what I actually got in the yowie.
Explain to our American viewers what a yowie is. It's like a Kinder Surprise, but they don't even get toys in America in the Kinder Surprises.
They don't?
I don't know. That's where I read somewhere.
I can't open it. Open it. They might not know what an actual yowie is. Isn't it like an Australian mythical animal or something?
I actually don't know what a yowie is.
Thanks for opening it for me.
That's okay.
Let's see. Oh my goodness, guess what I got?
What did you get?
I got a tortoise. It must be like Australian animals or something. Yeah, it is. It's the golden coin turtle, critically endangered. Oh no, but it's not in Australia. It's found in China and Vietnam.
Oh.
So add that to my little collection of my toys. There you go.
So we thought throughout today's vlog, we would answer some of you guys' most asked questions. And one of them popped up, which was just so strange. I was like, okay, we'll answer this. But the question was, it's a weird one, but how tall are you guys?
And then I realized it's true because when I meet people that maybe I've only watched in videos, sometimes I'm like, oh wow, you're way taller than I thought, or you're way shorter than you thought.
And we fall into more of the second column of, you're way shorter than I thought.
So we always get told we're way shorter than people think. So I think for so long we've both been 166 centimeters.
Yeah, I feel like
Exactly
she's
the
been
same.
gaining an extra centimeter every now and then.
It's so weird. So for so long, Steve and I were both 166 centimeters, and I think I'm now 167. Like, I think I grew a centimeter, so I'm officially taller than Stephen, but we're basically the exact same height. And that is why, on our wedding day, I didn't wear shoes.
Thanks, Jess.
It's like a little fun fact. No, I just thought it looked cute in the photos if I didn't have shoes
That's what
on.
she tells me. But also, one of our most biggest requests over the last 2 videos is, can you give us a house tour? So we've actually been doing some reno work, as you kind of saw in the last one.
Work. We took wallpaper off a wall.
We painted a wall.
We painted a wall. And we basically like furnished the whole house, but now it's up to the part where we need to like decorate. So we'd definitely love your guys' suggestions, but after I finish this pancake, we will show you around our home.
Also, if you guys end up making these paleo pancakes, let us know what you think of them. Of course, X-nay on the chocolate to make it like healthy, but
Add a whole Easter egg, trust me, it's even better.
it's actually super strange to be kind of putting our travel bags into storage. So we just don't know when we're actually going to use these again.
Okay, so I think our little tour needs to start at our entryway. So if some of you remember, this was the famous stripy wall. It is no longer stripy. We just ended up painting it the same color of the rest of the house. We found some paint in the garage, which was helpful. And then we put up this big mirror and some hooks. And then we're currently just looking for an entryway table. So if you have any suggestions, let us know. It's like the last piece of furniture we need for the house. And if you walk through here, I'll show you kind of like the living space. So this all opens up. So this, we're calling it like the coffee chill board game room. So we're actually keeping this little area without any electronics, so no TV or anything. And instead we want people to like come and chill and talk and actually communicate with each other, which I think is nice. And as you can see, we've got all the furniture, but again, we need help. We need to find some cute like pillows and cushions and blankets to make this room feel more homey. But one of my favorite things about this room is this giant print. We got it from Salty Wings. They're these guys that take amazing drone photos all over WA, and this one is a drone photo from a beach in Albany, and that is one of the beaches that Stephen grew up on. Absolutely so beautiful. But then coming through here is our kitchen, which you have seen earlier today. And then over here is our dining room. So we have a nice big dining table, and we've changed the lights. They used to be like IKEA UFO lights. So we've changed those, and then we are going to put this print up on the wall. This actually used to be orange, and we're going to put a print of our wedding up on the wall, which I think is nice. And then I think this is Stephen's favorite room in the house. This is kind of like our theater room. So we do have a TV, it's just put away. And I think we found the largest couch that we could. We really wanted this room to be really comfy and cozy, and you're just sprawled out. You can have a bunch of people over and watch movies. So I'll show you how big it is. I feel like you need to sit on it to see how big. Can you tell?
Yeah, that looks massive.
This couch. And then if you come through, you can have a look and see we have a TV, all of Stephen's like console games, and yeah, we just want this to be like a really fun game, movie watching, TV watching room. So this is theater room.
Also, we're thinking of what to put on these walls because they're a little bit bare. We did see some cool posters.
So yeah, we're trying to work out something movie related.
So if you guys have any suggestions.
Coming through here, I'll show you all the bedrooms and rooms. So you've all seen this before. This is our bedroom. We've kind of gone for like a basic beachy kind of theme, I guess, and we have two prints that we're going to be putting up onto the wall. We also have a walk-in wardrobe, and this is like the biggest wardrobe we've ever had, and it can actually fit all of mine and all of Stephen's clothes all in here. And then up in the baskets are winter clothes that are way too warm for Australia, so we've put them up in baskets for when we go traveling again. But look, you can actually walk into my wardrobe. That was very exciting. And this room also has an ensuite, so if you walk around here,
kind of
you'll
see
our little bathroom and our toilet.
And then we made some changes. They had like a silver bar here, and we prefer hanging up, so we put some matte black hangers on there to fit our towels.
Oh yeah, and I should tell them how much of a handyman I am.
Yeah.
I went and bought from Bunnings these $20 handles, matte black, and I changed them myself.
You did so good.
They used to be silver handles, and I changed all the handles in the whole house, and I felt like such a handyman. But then if you come through here, we call this area like the Nook. I think the previous owners were using this as a study area, but we weren't too sure. So this is in the decoration construction zone kind of area right now. But we have put in, instead of a desk, we have this cabinet, and it's for one thing.
And one thing only.
Board games.
And
I've collected so many board games. We actually, in our shed in the backyard, we have boxes and boxes of board games. So I've just chosen some of our favorites to fill up this. So if you ever come over our house, you're going to be versing us in some board games.
Also, if you know any other good board games we can add to the collection.
Do we need more? There's always more, isn't there? And then we've bought 9 little square frames. We're going to put them up on the wall of our travels. I'm so excited to get that done. And when we moved in, Cleo actually gave us, instead of a bouquet of flowers, she gave us this bouquet of like dry dead flowers. They last longer, which is really nice. So thanks, Cleo. And you have a little sneak peek. There is our stroller that you saw us build. And this we just bought. It's actually our car seat. So we actually got a capsule car seat. So you can clip this from the car onto our stroller, which I think is pretty cool. And so this room is our guest room. And now for us, it was really important that we did have a room that if guests are coming around, they can stay, because we've had so many friends and family let us stay in their homes. So if anyone ever comes to Perth, they can come and stay in this room. Again, we've kind of gone for like a beachy theme, and this is where we've hung up our print of Mullaloo Beach, which is the beach that I grew up in. And yeah, we've also built, you would have seen us actually, we built this chest of drawers ready for them to put their clothes in, and then we've got some hangers here and some guest towels. So if you want to come over, after all this is over of course, you need to come. Oh, also something that's pretty cool is we went and put in ceiling fans, because this part of the house doesn't get the aircon, so we thought we'd put a couple of ceiling fans in. So I'm glad we decided to do that. And then next door is Stephen's study. Now he has been so excited to have his own study, and he has one now. So again, we put in a ceiling fan, and then this is Stephen's work desk, and we're thinking of getting like a nice big lamp that we can put here. We're still looking for one. And then on this side is where Stephen's going to keep all his technology. And again, we're thinking maybe a plant or something here. Let us know what you think. And then we have a couple more frames that we're going to put up on this wall. And then this is Stephen's kind of like printer, storage, officey section. And something pretty special that we're going to be putting on this wall is we have our YouTube play button right here. But also what's cool is when we graduated, Stephen decided that we should get them, instead of like on paper, we got them on these metallic kind of frames.
Pretty cool.
And they kind of match the play button. So we have, this one is Stephen's, and then we got mine. And then Stephen also did an honours degree, so he's got his honours here as well. So that's all going to come up on this wall.
Which is going to be awesome.
Cool. And then, I guess the last few bits is there is a construction zone area right now. Stephen put this up, I thought it was funny. That is going to be the nursery, and we're currently doing it right now, so you're going to see that in next week's video. But I guess the last little bits is, here is the main bathroom, which we have not used at all. So I guess this can be our baby's bathroom.
Yeah, true. There's a bathtub in there, which is good.
Yeah, and then this is our laundry. And I guess I'll give you a little sneak peek of the backyard.
And then here is our backyard.
It's quite good because all of this grass is fake. So it means that if we go away traveling, our grass isn't going to die on us. And another thing that's quite cool about the house is every single window and every single door has shutters. So it means that when we're leaving, we can shutter up the whole house. So really lock it up. Hopefully nothing will die. And yeah.
We just wanted to say a huge thank you to Rosetta Stone for partnering up with us on this video.
A question that a lot of you keep asking is, what country is the first one we want to take our little girl? And the place that we really want to go to is Japan. Also, earlier this year, if you saw, we surprised my parents with a trip to Asia.
You're going to Asia.
We're going to take them on a trip and let them choose wherever they wanted to go, and they chose Japan. Oh, that's a good idea. So I feel like it is the perfect place to go as a family when she's old enough.
Also, I've had like a huge interest in learning Japanese. In school, I started learning Japanese, and we even had a couple of exchange students come and stay with us when we lived in Albany. Rosetta Stone is an easy-to-use app on your phone or laptop with over 20 million learners, where you can learn the language, not just the words. For 7 years in a row, Rosetta Stone has been awarded the best language learning software with a 5-star rating on the Apple Store.
We've absolutely loved using the app, especially at the moment because we do have all this spare time and a bunch of courses to choose from. So we've chosen the travel one. So we've been working on it 30 minutes a day, and it's going to last for 6 weeks. And by the end, I feel like Stephen's Japanese accent is going to get good. Stephen is not that bad at Japanese.
Onnanoko.
What did you just say?
Girl and boy.
Something that I found really awesome about this app is that it actually helps your pronunciation and your accent. And Stephen's been practicing. You have to show them. Because I'm not the best and Stephen's so good. Go.
Konnichiwa, Stephen Jess. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Whoever any Japanese people watching, they're like, nah.
No.
So if you guys are interested in learning a language with us, make sure you click the link in the description for all the details on Rosetta Stone's monthly plans, and they even do a lifetime access where you just buy it once and then you have access to all their languages, just the one-time fee. If you want all the information, make sure you check out the description below.
Hey Steve, speaking of Japan, guess what just got delivered?
Really?
All our pictures, grab that. And we got 2 big rolls as well. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to go through these. Why do I feel like we're about to go for a walk down memory lane?
Oh, that looks so nice.
It's the first time we're ever seeing any of our photos actually printed in real life, which is so cool. But the first photo that's right on top is our trip to Japan. On this trip, my goal was to learn how to ski better because I really suck at skiing. And I feel like I did improve.
You did pretty good on that one.
But the thing that I remember the most is that we found those kids' sleds and then we stole them and would go down the beginner track in them. And all I remember is you giggling the entire time.
It was fun though.
Aww.
Oh wow, so this one's from Vietnam. This was on our very first Fly in the Nest expeditions. We were invited 10 of you guys to come and travel with us, and it was so much fun. This was
one of the last night.
One of the last nights.
Last days.
Yeah.
And we woke up super early. Like we asked everyone, do you want to go up and do a sunrise photo shoot? And one of the girls on the trip took this for us. And oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love that.
So nice.
Okay, another sunrise. I always recommend if you're going traveling, wake up for sunrise because I'll never forget this. We woke up, we were all so tired, but we decided to go for it anyway. And this was our view. We were in Turkey, surrounded by hot air balloons.
And this has actually got a funny story behind it. So our guide was incredible. This was like towards the end of the day, and we said, we have this photo idea. Do you know a good spot? Do you know like where we can potentially get some rugs or some like pillows? And he's like, leave it with me.
And I'm pretty sure he found like a bike or a moped, went around to his friends' houses and collected rugs for us.
Yes.
And then we set up this little photo shoot, and everyone loved it. It was such a good morning.
Oh wow, okay. And this one's in Sri
Lanka.
Lanka at the famous Seven Arched Bridge. This is another sunrise photo shoot as well.
We woke up super early and made everyone we were traveling with come so we could all watch the train come past, and the train never came.
Look, and it's funny because like you see this photo, it's quite a common photo for this one, but to get down through the tree leaves, you have to like almost slip down muddy roads.
We were covered in leeches.
Oh, yeah,
remember?
Like cut up our legs, and then you just see us, and we're just trying to like hold that smile.
While leeches are like eating my legs. Okay, this is a trip I won't forget. Stephen actually surprised his parents and his sister on a trip to Croatia, and we spent a week living on a catamaran.
And my main memory from that, it was so much fun hanging out with my family, but the main memory was we were just moored somewhere, and it was evening, we were playing Scrabble or Bananas.
This is about the drunk guy?
This is the drunk guy. And we just see this like Croatian guy with like this hat come up on a little dinghy boat. He's like, mojitos? And we're like, yes, we want mojitos. And I'm pretty sure he was drinking his stash. Thank you.
Oh, phone calls.
Thank you so much. As he was making it. But it was one of the strongest drinks I think we've had.
Aw, this is like a recent little selfie photo from Finland. So this is where we had like our first proper white Christmas.
We went on sleigh rides, we met Santa Claus, we went to the post office, the Huskies.
Oh,
that was such a fun trip.
Magical trip.
Definitely when our girl's old enough to understand all that, we're going back.
Oh, we're going back to Finland for sure. Okay, so if anyone ever asks me what my favourite food is from all our travels, it is this little ice cream shop in Split in Croatia. We've been twice already, and I really want to go back again. This ice cream place is amazing. You can just tell from our faces how much we love this ice cream.
Oh, this one's so cute. It's not often that we travel with like photographers on our trips, but there was actually this girl that was shooting on a film camera. And we're in Iceland, and we hiked up to the top of this mountain, and she took this shot.
I love this photo. This is one of my favourite photos of Stephen and I. But I remember how hard it was to get to this place because we went in a bus. The bus almost got filled up with water going through rivers to get us to this glacier area. We were camping the night. We brought food supplies. We were travelling maybe with 10 people. And then we realised that we'd brought half of one night's food supplies and half of another night's food supplies.
So one night we wanted hot dogs, and the other nights we wanted tacos. But we bought half the taco mix and half the hot dog buns.
So we had hot dog tacos. What do we call
tacos.
them? Taco dogs?
Taco dogs, I think it was. But it was so much fun because that's just travel. Like things just stuff up, but you still love it.
It makes for the best memories. This is a photo of us in Egypt. We just saw this random guy and we asked him if he could snap a photo. And he took such an epic photo in front of the pyramids for us. And I'll never forget the day I first saw a pyramid. Remember I cried?
Yeah, I remember. That was pretty
I've only actually cried seeing two things in my life, like from travels, and that was when I saw the pyramids for the first time and when I saw the Taj Mahal for the first time.
Yes.
And you actually noticed in the video, we were walking up to the Taj Mahal and I started watering, so I walked off camera.
Yeah, because you didn't want to...
I didn't want to cry on camera, and then you'll notice that if you go back at the spot where we first saw the Taj Mahal, I started to cry. So our next photo, we had to print off at least one from our wedding. So we actually got married in Greece. And this is one of our favourite shots we got. We actually got married in Mykonos, but this photo was taken in Santorini because we found out our photographer's actually based in Santorini, and a couple of days after the wedding, we were in Santorini and he asked, do you want to wake up really early and go for a sunrise photo shoot? No extra cost. And we were like, yes. So we woke up at 5 a.m, jumped on the back of ATVs and drove around and took photos, like a million photos.
And we loved it because it was like, if you've been married, you know, like on the day it's a little bit stressful, there's a lot going on, and especially when you go and do your photo shoot, it usually happens and your guests are kind of waiting around, so you kind of like want things to hurry up so you can go and enjoy your dinner and hang out with everyone. But this, just me, Jess, and my sister on ATVs going around Santorini, no stress at all. And all our favourite photos from the wedding are actually from Santorini.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of people actually ask us, I was thinking just then, how we get all these photos, because all of these photos are of Steve and I together, and we actually don't travel with a tripod. Usually we just ask a stranger to take a photo. It's either a stranger or if we're traveling with a friend or family, or if we've met some friends on the road. And usually what Stephen does is he just frames up the shot and then tells them just to hold down the photo taking button. And clearly a photographer, the shutter. And they ended up just taking like 50 photos of us, and then we go through and look for a good one. And this is just like this photo here in the Philippines. It was the sunset in El Nido, and we saw a guy taking some photos, and we asked him if he could snap some of us. And he did such a good job.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
And then if it's not photos that we got someone to take, then it's a selfie.
Like this one. This is in the Sahara Desert in Morocco. And we had to go on a camel for several hours to get out to our camp where we camped for the night. And wow.
This is like probably my favorite selfie that we've ever taken.
It's because you look so cool.
No, it looks so...
You look like female Indiana Jones. It's a pretty cool outfit.
Oh, and then our final little photo.
It's an epic place. I mean, it's not every day you go to one of the wonders of the world, and you can see why they call them this. This is Machu Picchu, and... It
took us like 3 or 4 days of hiking just to get to this spot.
Yeah, and it was so worth it. Like Taj Mahal, Machu Picchu, it's just one of those places that your mouth physically drops, and you can see why they've named them that, and... Yeah, that was pretty cool. We even got like a local poncho from Peru to wear on there, and a little beanie as well. And there were llamas, alpacas.
One of them.
Everywhere at Machu Picchu, so it was pretty fun. I actually got a cool little selfie with one as well.
Oh yeah. And then we also have one more photo. It's a really big photo, and it's probably our favorite photo we've ever taken on our travels. Well, we didn't take it. Again, we woke up for sunrise, went to the Taj Mahal, saw a guy taking a photo from a cool angle, and we were like, hey, do you mind snapping one of those for us? And look what he got.
How epic is that? And we actually went to the Taj Mahal with our group in the evening.
Yes.
But we weren't, it was nice, but it was busy.
Really busy. So I definitely recommend if you're going to the Taj Mahal, wake up early and go for sunrise.
Look how epic that is. Like, look at the sheen going through your little outfit there, the sun popping up like half of its shadow.
I love it. Photo. I feel like I'm going to be spending the rest of the afternoon just framing all these photos.
Hot chocky sunset cheers.
Cheers.
Did pretty good with the photos, I think.
Oh my gosh, I love them so much.
Also, when you capture us sitting on our outdoor furniture for the very first time.
Yeah, this is our first time we've sat down because every time it's just been too hot. Now we can actually chill outside during the sunset. Oh, this is going to be excited for winter.
But you guys still had a couple more questions. This one is actually directed at you, Jess.
Okay.
So someone asked, how is your pregnancy going? And you're about to give birth during a pandemic.
Yeah, there has been a couple of changes. So, firstly, I actually haven't seen my midwife in over 10 weeks because it's all been put over the phone now. So only if you're a high-risk pregnancy do you go into the hospital. So I actually haven't physically seen a nurse or a doctor or a midwife for 10 whole weeks now, which is weird. Also, all our antenatal classes got cancelled because they don't want us to be going into the hospital at the moment. So we probably have no preparation. So I feel like the next time I'm going to see the midwife, I'm sure will be before I have the baby, but we have no antenatal classes, so I'm not going to know like any skills. You know, how to breathe or what the room looks like or what you do. But in the end of the day, I don't think we can stress out. Steve and I are just going to wing it. Luckily, he's allowed to come into the hospital, so that's the main thing.
But the more important question is, Jess, as important as your last one is, but this one I think ranks a little bit higher. When are we going to take our little girl to Disney for the first time?
I love how well you guys know us, and definitely we've had this discussion, and I have no idea. Like, if any of you guys have kids or you went to Disney as a kid, what was like the perfect age to go to Disney? Because Stephen and I, we have a goal where we want to try and go to every Disney in the world. We have 2 left. We still need to go to the one in Hong Kong and Shanghai. And if we can go to one of those with her...
I've heard the Shanghai one is really good.
So what do you think? Like 3?
Is that
4?
when like the magic is still there? Like, what's the ideal age?
You want her to be able to go on some rides, but... yeah, you also want her to still, like, believe in princesses. All right, I'm ready for the finishing touches.
That looks so good.
This is my famous...
Famous? I've only tasted it.
I've made it twice, and it's very famous. It is my satay Thai ramen. I'm not too sure if Thai and ramen go together, but it works.
It is
so good.
The best dish, I will admit, that you've made under this roof.
Right?
Ever, yeah.
It has been so much fun cooking, actually, because usually we don't really cook too much on the road. Look at that, Stevie.
That looks so good. So this is basically how the end of our night looks at our household. It's Jess catching up on Animal Crossing,
I'm kind of addicted. I've never had time to play a game before, and this is like really bad.
And she's kind of making me watch MasterChef.
Yeah, MasterChef Australia is back. There's a lot of Australians that are watching right now that are also excited about this.
So that's pretty much how we've been ending our nights. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little look into our normal, mundane kind of day in the life of Stephen and Jess. If you guys are new around here, make sure you hit subscribe because next week, the most requested one. Nursery week. So we're going to show you guys doing up the nursery, everything we kind of got for it. So
hopefully we get it finished in time.
Yeah, it's a construction zone at the moment. But thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.